Wine, one of the world's oldest drinks, now produced on a massive industrial scale.
Welcome inside a modern winery, where science meets tradition to produce millions of bottles every year. Forget the wooden barrels and foot stomping. This is high-tech winemaking. In this facility, precision engineering controls every drop. It all begins in the vineyard, but at this scale, speed is everything.
Instead of hand-picking, massive mechanical harvesters straddle the vines, gently shaking the grapes loose.
These machines can harvest tons of fruit in minutes, working through the cool night to keep the grapes fresh. Trucks transport the harvest to the factory, dumping tons of fruit into receiving hoppers.
A conveyor belt system rushes the grapes to the destemmer crusher.
This machine spins rapidly, separating the berries from the stems and leaves instantly.
Stems are ejected for compost, ensuring no bitter, woody taste gets into the wine. The grapes then pass through rollers. They aren't mashed, just gently popped open to release the juice. This mixture of juice, skins, and seeds, called must, is pumped through pipes into the fermentation area. Advanced factories use optical sorters with lasers to detect and blow away any rotten or unripe berries.
Only the perfect fruit makes it to the next stage.
These are the fermentation tanks. Each one holds thousands of gallons of liquid.
Temperature is controlled by computers. Cooling jackets wrap around the tanks to prevent the yeast from overheating. Industrial cultured yeast is added. This specific strain is chosen for consistency and speed. Inside the tank, a violent reaction occurs. The yeast consumes sugar and releases heat, alcohol, and CO2 gas.
In a factory, we don't use small airlocks. We use industrial pressure relief valves.
The massive amount of CO2 gas produced is vented out safely, or sometimes captured to be used in other industries.
To get color, the floating skins must be mixed. Automated plungers or pumps circulate the juice over the skins.
Computers monitor the sugar levels 24/7. When the sugar reaches 0, the wine is dry. Once fermentation is done, the free-run wine is drained from the bottom of the tank.
The leftover wet skins are sent to a pneumatic press.
A balloon inside the press inflates, gently squeezing every last drop of wine from the skins.
This pressed wine adds tannin and structure to the final blend.
Before aging, the wine is spun in a centrifuge to instantly remove solid particles and dead yeast. This clarifies the wine in seconds, a process that takes months at home.
Now, the wine is ready to mature.
For premium wines, the liquid is transferred to oak barrels for aging.
Here, the wine rests for months or years, absorbing flavors of vanilla and spice from the wood.
White wines are often kept in steel tanks to preserve their fresh, fruity flavor.
Quality control is key. In the on-site lab, chemists test samples daily.
They check acidity, sulfur levels, and stability to ensure every bottle tastes exactly the same.
Before bottling, the wine goes through industrial filtration.
These filters are so fine they remove all bacteria and remaining yeast, making the wine shelf stable.
The master winemaker blends different tanks together to achieve the perfect flavor profile.
Once approved by the lab, the wine is pumped to the bottling hall.
This is where the process speeds up dramatically.
The bottling line is a marvel of automation, capable of filling thousands of bottles per hour. First, bottles are inverted and rinsed with sterile air to remove any dust. They enter the rotary filler. Inert nitrogen gas is injected first to remove oxygen. Then, the wine fills the bottle with millimeter precision. Milliseconds later, a cork or screw cap is applied to seal in the freshness.
The vacuum corker ensures no air is trapped between the wine and the cork.
The foil capsule is spun onto the neck of the bottle for a finished look. High-speed labelers apply the branding perfectly straight every single time. A laser etches the date and batch code for tracking. Robotic arms pack the bottles into cases. The cases are sealed and sent to the palletizer. Another robot stacks the boxes onto pallets, ready for shipping.
Forklifts move the finished product to the massive warehouse. Millions of dollars worth of wine sit here, waiting for distribution.
From here, it's shipped to supermarkets and restaurants around the world.
It's a long journey from the sunny vineyard to the factory floor.
Next time you buy a bottle, remember the massive industrial effort behind it.
Science, engineering, and agriculture working together.
If you enjoyed this factory tour, hit that like button.
Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.